Here's something I miss about when I was religious. Okay, I grew up in a Mormon home, was all in. I left a few years ago and it has been awesome. I'm so glad I left. I am so much more free and happy and joyful and all those wonderful things. But something I miss was the feeling of conviction of really knowing the truth, TM. It's kind of like the feeling of when you believed that Santa was really, really real as a kid, and it was such a fun feeling. I mean, there's a reason why it's so common for people who leave their religions to liken religiousness to believing in Santa, and it's because it is a similar feeling. And sometimes I mess up, if I'm being honest. It's like a feeling of surety and safety and conviction, but also magic. Now that I have left, I'm really not religious and rather anti-organized religion, to be frank, but I do have a real a la carte kind of attitude about spirituality. I like to dabble in things, and I like to think a lot about the awe and beauty of the world, and that can be magical too, of course. There's definitely a lot to find magical about the world and the human experience, but now it's more like I'm making a choice about it. For example, I might go out on a hike in the forest and then take a moment to stand there and imagine the earth energy or chi or whatever you want to call it flowing up out of the ground through my feet and filling my whole body with a nice warm glow, and I'm in the forest and Mother Earth is embracing me, and but also I consciously know that I'm choosing to believe that rather than having the truest, purest form of conviction and belief that it's real. Does this make sense? That kind of visualization is real because it makes me feel good, but also it's sort of like how once you know that Santa isn't real, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can never go back to the pure innocence of that experience. Now it feels more like when your parents would say things like, well, Santa is real because he's a feeling in your heart. It's much healthier, I think, to hold on to your spiritual convictions loosely and have a healthy skepticism that they might not be true, and consciously making choices to follow certain ideologies of the world because they fall in line with the virtues we want to embody and the way we want to live our lives to the fullest. But still, I do miss that feeling of being 100% hook, line, and sinker, believing that something is totally true and feeling like I have all the answers to the universe. I know that is probably why a lot of people don't leave their religions, despite when there is overwhelming evidence that it isn't real or true, because it feels good to believe. When the scales fall from our eyes, they can never be reassembled quite the same way. Ultimately, the scales falling means that we can live a life that is more real and is on our terms and gain greater wisdom and all of those beautiful things. It also means that I can never get that feeling back. Like when I believed in Santa, I have to just hold that feeling as a fun memory. So what do we learn? We learn to have more compassion for those who are full believers. They aren't ready yet for the next phase. I can hope for them that eventually the scales fall so that they can see life more clearly and find real joy and become who they're really meant to be and experience deeper, more satisfying layers of this human experience and what it means to be alive, while also being a little jealous that they are living in a world where Santa is reality, and I can have compassion for them wanting to keep their innocence just a little longer. And when they are ready, I'll be here, ready to guide them through their awakening, assuring them that all is well and that it's ultimately better here on the other side. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. Sending you lots of love. Bye.